It's time to make 2025 the year you step into your best self. Whether you're looking to improve your mindset, health, finances, or anything else, this is the guide for you.
Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Amber and I'm a holistic lifestyle coach. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 different areas of life in order to help you grow holistically and also to do it in a sustainable way. Make sure you stay to the end and leave a comment so that you can get the bonus tip on how to really cement your transformation for 2025. So the first thing I want to talk about is mindset and mental health. I feel like this is an area where a lot of people struggle, but they struggle in silence because they may not know how to exactly articulate the things that they're going through, the emotions that they're feeling, and it can be a little bit tricky to know how to grow in this area. So I wanted to provide some helpful tips to help you get started on this journey. The biggest thing in order for you to be successful in anything in life, whether that's wanting to start a business, getting into a relationship, maybe buying your first home, if you have these big goals and you feel like they're unachievable for you, it may be time for you to check your mindset and make some adjustments. So one way that you can ensure that you have a positive mindset is to start each morning with positivity and with gratitude. There are so many different gratitude journals. I actually have one linked in my Amazon storefront, so I'll link that in the description section down below. But I love a gratitude journal because it provides space for you to simply think of about 3 things that you are grateful for. Even when life is difficult and challenging and things don't seem to be going your way, there have to be some aspects that are positive. So by you encouraging yourself to go into a mindset and a thought process of really focusing on gratitude, then that allows you to look at things from a positive lens as opposed to looking at them from a negative lens. And that can set up a momentum for you to continue moving forward and growing in other areas of your life. The main goal is for you to reframe your challenges as opportunities for growth. Not everything in life is going to be extremely easy, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible for you to accomplish those things. And so when you think about what it means to really focus on improving your mental health, you have to think about the things that are causing you to be in this negative space with your mental health. Is it the environment that you're in? Is it the people who you are choosing to spend time with? Is it your career? Do you just completely feel unfulfilled? Or maybe feel like you need something different, you want to pivot, but you don't know what it is. Identify what those triggers are first. Then once you identify those triggers, you can combat that by journaling about how you are going to problem solve. So for example, if you said, I feel like I have a negative mindset potentially because I'm taking in too much negative content. Okay, what are you going to do about that? Go to your Instagram feed, your YouTube feed, basically all of your social media and see, are you taking in a lot of things with people who are being negative, who are complaining a lot, or maybe just a lot of content that's not actually adding any value to your life? Go through, do a major content overhaul, and just get rid of anything that could even cause negativity to start entering your mind. And do the same thing with the TV shows that you watch and with the people who you choose to surround yourself with. And then you'll notice some of that negative vibe just slowly starts to completely leave your life. And it's not even something that you tend to go to as a focus because now you have adopted a positive mindset and you see how much that has positively impacted your life. The things we consume truly can make a huge impact on how we feel about ourselves and how we interact with others in our everyday lives. So curate your feed to be nothing but positive things. Like when I open my different apps, it's all motivational quotes or people who are sharing these beautiful aesthetic vlogs or morning routines or ways that they practice gratitude. It's always just something positive that I feel like lends itself to the person that I want to become, and it doesn't keep me in a past of negativity. You have to remember that your mindset is your foundation. So by nurturing your mental health, you can set yourself up for success in all areas of life. And if you need a bit of assistance with this, therapy is always a really great option. And if you feel like it's not affordable, look into things like BetterHelp or like Talkspace. A lot of them do take insurance. And so you would pay like a regular copay fee to your therapist. And they have really great support on there. If you're not really on the therapy wave, then life coaching may be the perfect thing for you. I am a life coach. I've been a life coach now. Wow, it's been almost like 8 years or more, and I absolutely love it because I'm able to help people make impactful changes immediately in their lives, and seeing how shifting their mindset or creating daily schedules or following healthy routines can truly be something that's extremely beneficial. So if you are interested in coaching, I am accepting new clients in the new year. I have about 2 slots available currently, so I will link my coaching website in the description box as well if you are interested in starting life coaching and want to work with me. All right, category number 2, which I feel like is a big one for a lot of people every year. They want to really increase or enhance their physical wellness. I feel like in 2024 was like, oh, this is going to be like the best year of my life. I'm going to feel my best. I'm going to look my best. I'm going to be my healthiest. And that did not quite happen. I did maintain my health really well. Like I did not get like cold, flu, COVID, or anything like that throughout the entire year, which was amazing. But I struggled a lot with my gut health. And that in turn also affected my skin health, my hair health, and my weight gain fluctuation and things like that. So 2025, we're getting back in the game and really following through with consistency of things that have worked for me in the past. So in order to focus on your physical wellness, there are a few things that you have to do. And one of those main things is prioritizing your movement. So especially for people who work from home, I didn't realize like how many steps I was not taking in a day. So I wear my Apple Watch, and sometimes it would be like I would only take 1,500 steps a day, which is not good at all. I know people say like 10,000 is kind of the goal to hit, but for myself, I set a 6,000 step goal for every day, and just starting to work toward that 6,000 was helpful because now I'm up to 8, and then soon hopefully I can get up to 10. But whatever you do, you just want to make sure that it's movement that makes you feel good. If you're someone who likes strength training, then do that. If you like Pilates, if you like walking or running, or if you're someone who likes spin class or Peloton, like find your vibe in a workout and continue to do those things. Like, yes, it is important to mix it up, but prioritizing just finding something that you like and getting into a habit of moving your body on a regular basis is the first step, and then you can diversify from there. The next thing that's really important if you want to glow up, be your best self in 2025, is paying attention to what you are putting in your body. Sometimes I see people and I'm like, wow, like I can tell that girl just has such a really great wellness routine. I can tell that she's eating nutrient-dense foods and she's staying hydrated and taking care of herself. And that is how I want to be. I want to be the person that eats whole raw foods to make sure I'm not putting any extra toxins or things into my body. So a few of the things that I did to kind of figure out what my body needs is, first, I took a food sensitivity test. I literally bought it on Amazon. I took a couple of strands of my hair, mailed it in, and I got results back. So things like oatmeal. I thought in my mind oatmeal was healthy, which it can be, but it wasn't something that my body deemed as healthy. So I really had to figure out the things that my body liked, the things that my body didn't like. And then from there, I also got an appointment with an integrative medicine doctor where she also ran some more food sensitivity tests and really focused on how food was impacting my body. And so now I have the tools that I need. I just have to follow through. And a few ways to help make sure that you can stay on this healthy eating journey is being prepared in advance. ChatGPT is amazing for helping you out with meal plans. Actually, in January on my Instagram, I'm going to be doing a series about ChatGPT and how you can use it to level up your health, wellness, and fitness and everything in between. So follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber if you want to see that series. But literally, I will go in there. So like right now, I'm doing a Candida cleanse. So I can go in ChatGPT and say, give me a weekly meal plan for someone who is on a Candida cleanse. And boom, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack ideas, and extra tips for things like, hey, make sure you're avoiding a lot of gluten. Make sure you're not having too much dairy. You can have fruits. Cherries are a really good sweet treat. Like it just has like these extra little tips included with the meal plan that makes it very easy. I don't have to think about what can I eat, what should I not be eating. It's literally mapped out right there for me. And then on top of that, I grocery shop based on that meal plan. So I'm not wasting food because y'all know groceries are outrageously priced at this point. And waste is just, you're wasting food, you're wasting money. So being able to meal plan definitely helps me to cut out waste. And I don't always meal prep. But I like doing meal prep because it's simple, it's easy. Like last Sunday, I made a huge piece of trout and I just seasoned it really well. And I can have that over salad. I can have gluten-free tacos. I can have it with like potatoes and asparagus. Like there's so many different things you can do with just meal prepping one item to set yourself up for a successful week of eating, which turns into a successful month. And for all of us, hopefully a successful year of really taking care of ourselves from a nutrition standpoint. And of course, hydration is extremely important as well. Water water, water, water. I bring my Stanley Cup with me everywhere. Like, she is my emotional support water bottle, but also she helps me stay hydrated. And then with that too, I will from time to time, I would say about once a week, I like to make a electrolyte drink using the Cure electrolyte packets. I switched from things like Gatorade and Powerade because I needed to have something that had less sugar in it, also less sodium, but still provided some hydration for me. So the Cure packets are really great. I mix that with water, with tea, with sugar-free cranberry juice, with lemon juice. I think I have a video somewhere on here of me making that little hydration cocktail. So if I find it, I'll put it in the cards above. But basically, if you're tired of water, you can drink other things that are flavorful and that taste good. And you can just switch it up a little bit by doing something like adding a Cure hydration package to your water. And lastly, in this category, I want to talk about the importance of rest. Rest is truly a non-negotiable for glowing up. If you look tired, it shows in your body, it shows in your skin, it shows in your energy and how you interact with others. So you really have to prioritize rest. And the hardest thing for me in this area was bedtime, making sure that I'm going to sleep at the same time every day. Because with my job, I do have a lot of flexibility. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I can stay up late, I can watch like one more episode of this, or I've been reading and so I'm like, oh, well, let me just do another chapter of this book, which seems like a healthy thing. However, reading is now keeping me from going to sleep. So setting a bedtime is something that can be very beneficial, and you'll also train your body. Like, this is when we rest. We go to sleep at the same time every night. We wake up at the same time every morning. And then to help me with that, I'm taking 2 different supplements. One is a cortisol manager, which includes ashwagandha, which I love so, so much. It really helps with a lot of different things, but it also helps me get restful sleep and reduces my stress levels. And then I also have magnesium glycinate. I only take 120 milligrams. I think the doctor recommended 500, but the small dose works really well for me, and it helps me to get into deep sleep every single night so I can wake up feeling more refreshed. So if you want to radiate confidence, you want to radiate energy in 2025, make sure that you are prioritizing your physical wellness, and it's going to shine through naturally. Next up, our category is financial health. This is another one that I am super duper focused on for the upcoming year. If we still have TikTok, the series will be on TikTok, but I'm doing a no spend month for January. And then I'm also going to try to bring it over to YouTube Shorts. It's just that YouTube Shorts recently rolled out their 3-minute option, because y'all know I'll be talking. And sometimes it just takes like a really long time to upload, or it has a lot of errors. But hopefully I can share it here as well. So check all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, to see that series about doing a no spend month in January. So I'm prepping for it now. Today is the 18th of December when I'm filming this video. So by the time you all see it, I'll fully be prepped for no spend January, and I'll be ready to roll out that content. But financial health is so, so important because it also helps you in other ways. Did you know back pain could be connected to financial stress? Your gut health could also be connected to financial stress. So your body could be breaking down because you're stressed about your finances, when you could just simply take control over it and actually make a positive impact on your life. So the first thing you're going to need to do is create a realistic budget and stick to it. Now, that's why I say the budget has to be realistic, because if you have no money to ever go out with friends or to eat out or go to happy hour or get a cocktail, like, you're gonna feel very, very restricted. So even in my no spend month that I'm doing for January, I'm allowing myself one outing out with friends, and I'm allowing myself to buy one item that I have on my shopping wish list. So it's not extremely restrictive, but it's also still helping you build your financial wealth. If you're someone who does not budget, I literally love to sit down every 2 weeks on my little laptop and go over my budget spreadsheet. I just downloaded a quick, simple zero-based budget worksheet from Etsy, and I have been using it ever since. I already set it up for 2025, and it just helps me keep track of what I'm spending, where my money is going, and it also helps me make sure that I pay things. So a lot of stuff is on auto pay, but there are some things like the light bill. I like to look at it every single month because they be trying it sometimes. And so I don't have that set up on auto pay, but having it on my budget sheet reminds me, like, hey girl, unless you want to be in the dark, you need to make sure that you pay the light bill. So just little things like that help me stay on track. So I have a separate one for like my personal expenses, and then I also have one for household expenses for my husband and I, and it just helps us both know what's going on at all times, what needs to be paid, any shifts, what's gone up, what's gone down, and everything like that. Now, of course, with financial health as well, it's important to set some goals. So set some short-term goals that are then going to lend themselves to your long-term goals. So one of my long-term goals was becoming debt-free by the time I was 35, which, girl, it's upon us. July, I will be 35. And so I've done a lot of work in 2024 to work towards becoming debt-free. And I just need to finish off that last little chunk in the beginning of 2025. And I feel like it's something that I can do because I've set this long-term goal. I started working toward it slowly over time, and now we're close to the end. And so it's very, very accessible. So things like paying off your debt, creating a sinking fund for something that could happen with your car or with your home, or just having savings in general, or having savings set aside for travel, like those can be really important goals for you to start working toward that are going to support you in staying focused on your finances. So sometimes when we think about a glow up, it's like more so the physical aspect that comes to mind, but also your financial stability is a huge part of your glow up. It shows that you're becoming responsible, that you have respect for yourself, and that you also have long-term goals that are supporting the lifestyle that you want for yourself, and you're willing to make sacrifices and make adjustments in your life and be disciplined in areas where necessary, like less shopping for me, in order to achieve the things that are really important to you. All right, next up, we have relationships. Y'all, I am the boundaries queen. Like the things that people do to others, I'm like, that's interesting. I've not had that interaction or that experience with that person because they fully understand maybe there's a boundary here. And if you cross it, that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no conversation. There's no please. There's no, oh, well. So you have to set boundaries in order to protect your peace and to protect your energy. If you're trying to become the best version of yourself, you're on your glow up journey, that requires a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of focus. And so you don't have anything extra to give to people who are not respectful of what your boundaries are and who are not supporting you on your journey. Now, in lieu of that, it's important to surround yourself with supportive and uplifting people. I have a friend who literally hosts such a fun and cute vision board party every single year. The four of us get together, we talk about our goals, we talk about what we accomplished in the year prior, and we plan for the next year. And I love it because it's so great to see women who all have their own individual goals. We're all so different. Some of us are mothers, some of us are students, some of us are married, some of us are single. Everyone's life is a little bit different, but we all can support and uplift each other in one way or another. And so it's great to see like, hey, here's an idea that she has. She's starting a business. She's trying to get a promotion at work. She has a great tip to reorganize her budget. She knows about investing. Like really being in the room with powerful and thoughtful and kind, encouraging women makes a huge difference to help you get to where you would like to be. And something else that's really important for every single relationship, whether that's friends, family, romantic, career, is making sure that you learn how to be a good communicator. You have to learn how to listen actively, which means you're paying attention, you're engaged in the conversation, you're remembering certain things like people's names and what you need to take away from that. That used to be a struggle for me. Like I would meet someone and say, hi, how are you? I'm Amber. I would listen for their name and then I would forget it because even though I was listening in that moment, I was not actively listening. So something that I do now, literally today, I had a real estate event for a new builder. I met the main builder salesperson. His name was Scott. And so when I met him, I said, hi, I'm Amber. And he says, hi, I'm Scott. And I said, hi, Scott. It is nice to meet you. So then I immediately tied his name to him. I repeated it and it helped me to remember who he was because I wanted to connect with him on LinkedIn once I got home without being like, hey, what was your name again? And so by repeating it back, that was just one thing that really helped with my communication in that particular instance. But whatever situation you're in, you want to make sure that you know how to listen and that you also know how to express yourself, when you should share certain things, when you shouldn't. Really learning about tact is something that can be very helpful because there's a difference between being passive and being tactful. You don't want to just let things go, especially if people are trying it. You want to respectfully remind them of how they should be speaking to you. But at the same time, it's not always necessary to be extremely loud or extremely combative. Like you want to walk into a room and be noticed for your presence simply because you are you, not because you're loud or not because you're wearing something that's showing way more skin than everyone else in the room. You want to genuinely go in as you, your best self, and just present as that. I promise you, when you are a genuinely authentic person, people are drawn to that and it can open so many doors for you in all areas of your life. So focus on nurturing connections that align with your values. Knowing yourself is going to help you know how you can interact with others and also how they can help you get to where you would want to be in life and also how you can help them in return. And lastly, we're talking about personal growth and hobbies. I definitely feel like when people enter this certain phase of their life, like in their 30s, it's a lot harder for them to stay consistent with hobbies or find new hobbies that they actually enjoy. So put some effort into that. One of the things I wanted to do for 2025 was to create a hobby that involved movement, which supports my physical goals and my wellness goals, and then also to create a hobby that would help with my mind or help with my finances in some way. So I became a realtor. I absolutely love real estate. I like doing it. And yes, it's technically a job, but at the same time, for me, it's a hobby. I love viewing homes. I love helping people find something that matches their lifestyle. So it worked out perfectly. And then for my movement hobby, I am going to be taking ballet classes at a little ballet studio right around the corner. So it's just exciting to get back into something that I love so much and to have fun while doing it in this new phase of my life. So one of the main things I want to share about creating a hobby that can be helpful for you is to pick something that's exciting for you. If it's exciting, you're so much more likely to stick to it. And then also dedicate your time to this hobby. So just like we put all the events and things that we have to do on our Google Calendar, put your hobby time on your Google Calendar as well and set aside blocks so that you can focus on just engaging in that. If you really embrace the idea of stepping out of your comfort zone and immersing yourself into a new world, a new experience, that is where the growth happens. And that's how you elevate to become the best version of yourself or to just become the person that you've always dreamed of being in the new year for 2025. And remember, your glow up journey is about becoming the best version of you, not anyone else. Just because something may be a popular hobby that all the girlies are doing, yeah, you may like it. It may be fun. You may enjoy it as well. But if you don't, that's okay too. Find something that you actually like, that you actually enjoy, and just go for it and make it a part of who you are. So like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am sharing a bonus tip to help you along with your glow up journey. And we are to that point of the video now. So before we get into it, comment down below, what is something that you're going to do to contribute to your glow up journey for 2025 or a goal that you have for yourself? All right, so with this bonus tip, I want to talk about the consistency of staying on track with your plan. And I'm going to be sharing 3 different things that you can do in order to make that a reality. The first thing is to create a vision board or some type of journal that you're using to see what your goals are, to visualize them, and then also to keep track of your progress. So if you have not seen my 2025 vision board video, I will link that in the cards as well so you can go over and check it out. I also made one for 2024 that I'll link somewhere so you can see how the vision board actually impacted my life. But I promise you it works and it's a life-changing tool. The next tip is to really break down your goals. Break them down into weekly or monthly goals instead of viewing it as an entire year. You'll know I love the 12-week year. There's literally a full playlist on my channel if you want to go check it out. But basically what you can do by breaking down your goals is to make it a lot more manageable, which makes it so much easier for you to stay consistent. So for example, if you have a goal that you want to save $10,000 in a year, okay, what does that look like in a month? How much are you going to save? What does that look like every time you get paid? Are you going to take a percentage of your paycheck out? Are you going to pay yourself first? What's the system that you're going to use to make this sustainable and consistent for you? And lastly, try not to view your massive transformation as one big thing. View it instead as a journey of little small steps and stops and turns and twists that you are taking in order to work to become the best version of yourself. It's a beautiful journey and you can learn so much along the way, even if there are challenges and setbacks. If it's genuinely important to you, you are going to reach it, you're going to accomplish it. So trust